Okay guys, another quick video. What are we going to be talking about? 404s, OnlyFans 404s, how they put at risk the lives of other young British women by their disgusting behaviour. And we'll be going over to America to talk about, I don't know what for a change, Zionism, yeah? I want to show you something about Zionists. You like that? You're going to be surprised. Not a lot. Who used to say that? Not a lot. I think his name was Paul as well. Right. Oh, hang on. I've got to get the bunker ready. I'm expecting a guest. Why do I do it? Yeah. That's Suzuki. She's an Inuit. Well, I call her an Eskimo. But that word is out these days because like Eskimo meant meat eater, which implied they were barbarians. What's she doing here? She's trying to locate the remains of Sir John Franklin, that famous English explorer. He vanished in 1845, 1847, yeah. Never found his remains, so she's trying to find him. She's kind of lost, I think. I asked her, I said, how did you get over the North Atlantic with the dog team? She said, with great difficulty. She seems nice enough, but I'll have to get Google Translate out and see what she wants for dinner. Right, where do we go in now, guys? Oh, yeah. 404s. We're over on Paul Joseph Watson's site. You should really subscribe to him. Oh, you probably do. He's got 2 million subscribers. The guy's brilliant. He's talking about this current trend in the UK where OFs, 404s if you like, ring up them Uber drivers who deliver food and then they do this. Yeah, I'll leave a link in the description. There are now dozens of those kind of videos up of British women exposing themselves to delivery drivers. Usually they're not British, the people delivering the food, and some of the stuff, kind of actions at the end get quite explicit. One of these days they're going to go do it to the wrong guy and it'll be all over for them. But imagine the impression of British women this gives to those still overseas and those in this country. What must they think of our women? No wonder they think they have the right to grab them and molest them whenever they can. They think that they're all 404s, don't they? I'm just wondering if any young women, British women, have been attacked, assaulted, because the actions of women like that. All I can think is, where the bloody hell are their fathers? Where are their mothers? Where are their brothers? Can you imagine it? If a Sikh girl was to do something like that? An Indian girl? We talk about honour killings. I don't think those young ladies would be with us for long. Definitely, if they belong to the, if they were Mohammedans, yeah, followers of Islam, yeah, I can imagine what their community would do to them. I think it's disgusting. I think the men who pay for these women via OnlyFans are disgusting, revolting, sickening creatures. I have nothing but contempt for the men who pay for these women. I have more contempt for them than I do for the women who do it. I don't know. We're going to have to change something down the road. I can't imagine a young woman from my generation back in the day doing something like that. They had too much pride and respect in themselves. Today, young women, not all, but a lot of our young women are like that, stripping themselves in front of strangers for a few clicks on Instagram. Another thing, what would happen if I were to, I don't know, I'll try it tonight, shall I? I'll order a Chinese. I like my Chinese. And he turns up and I'll open the door naked and go, here you are, have a tip. Yeah, I'd be banged up straight away. Anyhow, that's that out of the way. I've got darts this afternoon. Let's go back to the bunker. Oh, Suzuki, where did she get that? Oh, no wonder there's no ice in the fridge for me. Oh, right. Where else are we going to go now? I've got darts this afternoon. I ate darts. I let her win though because I let the wife win because we're having lamb tomorrow. Yeah. Nice. So I let her win. Ah, God. Anyway, we got to move on. Let's go to here. We're going to be serious now, guys. We're over on another great channel, this one in America. JP Reacts, 656,000 subscribers. This guy is well worth following. He tells the news, what is happening around the world, with a really unique sense of humour. He's stylish. Let's have a listen.
Hey, how are you? I'm scared. Here's why.
Last time you were here, you said, we're occupied. Said by who?
I answered AIPAC, but Israel.
That's right. Our nation, specifically America's government, is occupied by a foreign power. It's called Israel. Welcome back to the JP Reacts channel, my freedom-loving friend. This is where we help spread the light of truth and freedom because truth conquers. If you haven't noticed, waking up is hard to do. Something I have been asleep to for quite a while, because none of this is new. There's just new realizations of it, is how occupied our country is by another country. And I'll prove it to you. It's very simple. And as you've probably learned, much like I have over the last 5 years, waking up is hard to do. But that's the price you pay for waking up to the reality. It's an uncomfortable truth. Cool. You can either wake up to uncomfortable truth or experience peaceful lies. It's up to you. I'm guessing you're similar to me, where whether you like it or not, you always choose the path of awakening. So here we are with Israel occupying the U.S. And this is just coming to light more and more. We'll go through a few things that just will probably scare the crap out of you unless you're a sociopath and you don't experience fear. However, the reason why we do that is you can't be awake without it. You can't know the truth without it. And if you don't know the truth, you can't help change. It's kind of like the body of America is diseased. You're diagnosed with a disease and you're like, oh my God, this is a terrible day. I'm diagnosed with a disease. But what would happen if you have the same disease, but you just weren't aware of it? You could do nothing about it. So your body just rots and you die and suffer. However, if you go through the uncomfortable truth of realizing you have a disease, you awaken to that. Yeah, it's uncomfortable, but now you can do something about it. That's what we're here to do. So how occupied is the U.S. government by Israel? Take a look at this. The politicians you see in red are Israeli politicians. No, they're elected Americans. Yeah, they're paid by AIPAC to do Israel influence. Just imagine if this was Russia. If red meant Russia, you'd be like, holy Lord, this is treason. Our government has been taken over, not with a military, but with something far more conniving. Look at Russia occupying the U.S. government. And you're like, oh, that's Israel. Yeah, but that's normal, right? You know, that's just how it is. right? It's kind of like we've accepted that because we've been it's just so normal. Like, well, here's the new norm. You'll get used to it. But ladies and gentlemen, this is actually not normal. This is extremely abnormal to have this, any amount is too much, but to have this amount of any foreign government having infiltrated influence, and then oftentimes very strong influence into politicians that are supposed to be looking after American best interests and doing the will of the people that elected them. This is literally insane. How is this not treason? The answer is, I think it actually is. But just like in the beginning of COVID, you and I were waking up to so much. I mean, some of it was new, but so much of it was stuff that was there. Corrupt power, globalist, pharmaceuticals, stuff. It'd been going on for a while, but COVID was the time of the Great Awakening. Well, I think now we're at a time of a greater awakening. We are on the doorstep of something. More and more people are waking up. The more you wake up.
Okay, guys, I'll stop it there because I'd like you to go over and watch it. What he shows after this is how much money Israel gives to American politicians via AIPAC. We're talking millions and millions of dollars. But the truth of it is, they're only given to those politicians the money that America gives to Israel every year. Billions and billions of dollars. Who do you think's paying for all those new illegal settlements in Gaza? You know, where they're carrying out ethnic cleansing of the Palestinian people. Yeah. Those new settlements, modern homes, are being built with American money. Some of that money then is channeled back into America to politicians of all parties. All those congressmen and senators, there's only a small handful of them who refuse money from Israel. And it's no different in the United Kingdom. None at all. Friends of Israel in the Labour Party, Friends of Israel in the Conservative Party, the Deformed Party, Farage the Frog, his party. Party. They have their own Friends of Israel. I tell you what, Restore Britain would be well advised to have nothing to do with the Zionists and to flat out refuse to create a Friends of Israel within the Restore Britain party. That would be too much for me. That's the day I walk away from them. I'd move out to Thailand with Dino Bane. Okay guys, let's pause there. We'll go back to the bunker. See what's happening there, shall we? Just thinking about our friend, the Benny Don't Barrow boy. I listened to, or read an interesting comment yesterday, how we built up that 304,000 subscribers, where they all come from. It all started to take off when he started promoting Tommy Robinson. Yeah. If he was to stop talking about Tommy Robinson and started criticising him, those subscribers would vanish overnight. I wonder how many of them are actually real. This must put him in a bit of a pickle, because he knows that Dick Inman is toxic and he wants to move away from him, and he started to lean now towards ethno-nationalism, saying that a population of 95% white would be acceptable to him. But now that Zionism is becoming more and more exposed for the evil that it is, how is he going to do that? How is he going to make a break with Tommy Robinson and the Zionists and try and ingratiate himself with the Patriots? That won't work, by the way, but he'll try it. He'll have to. He loves money too much. Anyhow, guys, that's all I've got for you now. I'll go and see if I can help Suzuki or whatever her name is, Nanak of the North. See if I can find a map because she's obviously lost. See you on the next one, guys.